What's up, guys? Maxwell here. It is past 1 p.m. on my way to the gym. I've noticed that I'm working to find some equilibrium with the habits that I set for myself, with just maintaining a consistent wake up, because the wake up's been all over the place. But thanks to John Mark Stevenson's 5-Form-5 method, I'm actually going to link a video in the description of what that is. But that is it's going to be, that is like a perfect just not only segue to the main topic of this video, but also to just killing all regret that you have in regards to your goals. And that being said, today's video, I'm going to be discussing about your goals. All your goals that you've ever had, no matter how niche, no matter how complex they are worth pursuing. You just have to have the right energy towards them. And what I mean by that is, you see, a lot of times there are so many people who, and it's easy to see this from a third-person perspective. You ever had that instance where you see somebody, they're pursuing something? Say, for instance, they've had an Instagram where they are posting art, and over time they just start getting inconsistent, and then you wonder, oh man, I missed when this person posted more consistently, because this art was really inspiring. Or the same thing could go towards somebody's YouTube channel, and they just lose the consistency, or they lose the energy that they used to have. And like, oh man, I miss the energy this person used to have, or I just miss when this person posted more consistently. Those two examples, to name a few. On the outside, people see, and they just question, oh man, why didn't that person just keep going? Because I clearly was seeing some sort of enjoyment from it. Obviously, the person couldn't tell, because most people, when they clearly enjoy something, they don't express it outwardly for some reason. Maybe it's some people, it's a mix of appreciation and also jealousy, and they don't want to share that to the person for some reason, or could just be sheer laziness of just being selfless. Who knows? But really, at the end of the day, this person really, the reason why that they sacrifice their goals, not only their goals, but they sacrifice the ideas and the dreams and the visions that deeply resonate with them, no matter if they're seen as an outcast, or they're seen as very mysterious, or just very different. No matter if they're seen as different, they still just throw those dreams away, because they carry the negative energy within them of, oh man, this is cringy, oh man, this is stupid, oh man, this just doesn't make sense in the mainstream to do it, because I'm not seeking some immediate benefit, or this is too much work, this is this makes my brain hurt, this is just this feels like I'm wasting my time. You've heard, and yeah, there's people who say that as a joke, but at the end of the day, the Bible says there is life and power. The power of, I'm like mixing up how it goes, but life and death is in the power of the tongue. And so many people normalize the power of death when it comes to their goals and their visions. I'll give an example, give an example in terms of an instance where I was wrestling with the power of death on my tongue, and how I flipped that. And it's going to be a really simple example in the grand scheme of things, but on Instagram, I have a this is not promotion, by the way, but on Instagram I have this account where I post my favorite backgrounds from animated media, or just favorite liminal space aesthetic backgrounds, because it those types of backgrounds and environments just gave me such resilience during, and gave me such connection during during kind of just during this perspective or period of my life where God is intentionally isolating me. And it helped me to just to fall in love with myself more with this period, and to embrace appreciating the intricacies of life that most people don't really take the time to, or most people who are just caught up with quote unquote friends, the quantity of people, they don't really take the time to think about how, that perspective, because their life is different. But it'd be all these aesthetic backgrounds from, or even my favorite screenshots from animated media, or retro vintage type photos that gave a sense of atmosphere and calm isolation in a sense. And for a period of time, I started it in the account in 2020. There were periods of time where I was starting to get inconsistent posting, because I thought, oh man, I don't know if I should keep posting because this doesn't make sense, or this is weird, or this I'm looked as different. And of course, with the word different, that could be interpreted in multiple ways, but it's all about the intention of what you're speaking your words as. Because most people, they don't realize what their intentions are. They just say whatever comes to mind, and at the same time, they also complain about where they are. It's like, are you just not aware of the words that you speak to yourself? And although I wasn't speaking harsh words about myself when it came to that page, which is still, I'm still posting. I'm posting way more consistently on it, the backgrounds and stuff. It doesn't get any likes or anything, but I could care less, because I love to do what I love to do. That doesn't matter to me. But it fills me with it, realizing how the words that I was using to hold myself back, even with a very niche hobby such as that. I was able to take back control. Oh shoot, maybe I'll just let this car pass. I was able to take back control and to persevere through the uncertainty, because I knew that this was a dream, a niche that God has repeatedly spoke through within my head for years and years and years. And I thought, if God is speaking this through me, He's telling me, Maxwell, go after it. And for me to love myself doing it, because when God speaks through us towards something, He's speaking it out of love. He's not speaking it out of, I want you to do this to waste your time. He's speaking this as a way to unlock a part of yourself, and to not only just live more of the human experience, but also to have full self-acceptance of yourself and unlock your true potential. And that true potential can be unlocked through having self-acceptance into every tiny pocket area in your life, whether that makes up a small part of your being, or a larger part of what makes you in God's image, and a creation in Christ. And I say all this because it's all about, like I said, it's all at the very beginning, it's all about the energy you put into your... It's all about the energy that you carry in terms of what you want to go after. Because every goal that we go after, there's going to be a threshold of uncomfortability. And that uncomfortability doesn't equal a negative mindset. That just means that uncomfortability leads to positive growth. at the same time, it's also about the mindset we go after it. Say, for example, I'm going to the gym right now. If I was in the past, I used to have this mindset going to the gym, like, oh man, these weights are so heavy. Oh man, I'm too skinny. I should just stop it, or I should give up. It's like, of course I'm not gonna like gain progress in the gym. Yeah, going to the gym, there is a threshold of pain that you go through when it comes to lifting those weights. But if I'm coupling that on top of this negative mindset, then of course I'm not going to make progress, because those two thoughts and those two realities are going to be clashing. So at the end of the day, everything that you go after, no matter how much space and how much effort that it takes for you to unlock and to appreciate, you have the one thing that is so key is your mindset towards it. Because there are people that that kind of don't want to think about things too much, because, oh my gosh, it makes my brain hurt. When one, pain leads to growth. Just because your brain hurts doesn't mean that you should stop. And I know people are gonna like take this out of context. Like, oh my gosh, what if somebody actually head actually hurts? I'm not saying that. I'm saying you look at people, the greatest philosophers of our time. You could say Aristotle. You could look at Socrates. You could even look at. I'm just throwing out names, but just mentioning it because these are people who obviously are not from the generation that our generation, Gen Z, that I'm sure most people who are watching this are from. But like Socrates, Aristotle, the way that they articulated, they were so eloquent, and because they had that, they positively carried their mindset towards what they were pursuing. They weren't just and also this kind of is in correlation to the state that we're in with the Gen Z, where like any challenge is seen as like, oh my gosh, it makes my brain hurt. But everything, but you look at kind of the vocabulary back, if you're looking at, say, Aristotle or Socrates, and I'm just stating a more of a vague example. The vocabulary was really vast and was really eloquent, as I mentioned, and people during that time, obviously we were so long ago, we don't know how people actually thought, but there was a in-depth attempt to understand how people spoke and how it was understood, and which is, you look at now, and as soon as there's some sort of thing that people don't immediately understand, people just think, oh man, you're overthinking, oh man, that's too in-depth. But that's only because the way that people speak now is so overly simplified and requires so little creative like extension, that like people have been training themselves to just live in comfortability and live in a lack of challenges, live in a lack of, I'm not saying everybody, because I go to a school where extending one's creative ability is a must, and extending one's perspective and outlook is really important. But you see, most people, I'm just saying as a whole, the moment that a challenge, whether that's a challenge in how somebody speaks, a challenge in like in terms of ideas and frameworks and perspectives, the moment that they're immediately challenged, they just boom, they just pull away, because they've already built up that mindset that says, oh man, this is uncomfortable, aka it's bad. instead of rewiring it into, okay, this is something I don't understand, this is something that requires more effort, and the effort varies. Sometimes it's going to be painful going about what that journey, or what that skill, or what that practice is, but you can compensate that with having a supportive mindset, because we're going to experience pain in general. Like, that's part of the human experience. Say, for example, you're going to experience the pain of fatigue, you're going to experience the pain of hunger, you're going to experience the pain of just random body pains. People are going to experience pain in general. So why couple that natural pain with created pain that we do to ourselves, that we do with our own thoughts, that we do with our own perspective about things, when that shouldn't be necessary? Say, for example, it's kind of really just going back to the gym example. You have to the gym in and of itself is it's going to come with pain, because you're reaching a new version of yourself for your body. But if you're but if you go in with the energy that, oh man, I can't wait to experience the growth that comes with this, then boom, your perspective of the pain, you're going to have a much more optimistic mindset behind it. You're going to actually love the pain, because you know that the pain is temporary. Some pain, yeah, lasts more than others, but the pain, it is not the default emotion. The pain we experience is pain that leads to our growth, that leads to life, leads to the upward trajectory of the life that we want to live. You think that when you are born, there was no pain? Of course there was, because your mom had to experience the excruciating pain of giving birth. You think that, like, when mom was giving birth to you, as you were, to those who are watching this, at one point we were like, nah, I'm not ready yet. Nah, just can the child just go back inside? I need more time. No, because the mother knew that no matter how they felt, obviously the pain's going to be there regardless, that the task had to be completed, that the baby had to be born. And so every positive trajectory in life requires pain. And no matter how mainstream the goal is, or how niche and dissected the goal is, the pain, there's going to be different levels of pain, but the pain's going to be there nonetheless. And really, just my lesson to you all is, you already have pain in your life. Why add on to the pain? Why add on to pain through your own self-created suffering? It's up to you. I love you guys.